In this lesson, we will continue to finish the primary folds on our cowboy character. So in the last lesson, we went over and worked on the pants. We're going to move up to the shirt and focus in on the area that's underneath the vest. Even though it's going to be hidden, we kind of want to make sure that that feels right, especially when the vest is over top. This middle section is going to be exposed, so we want that to look correct. So I have some reference images on the side of sort of like button-down cowboy shirts. So the first thing I want to do is I just want to go to my move brush, and I just want to make sure that the shirt is covering the body. I also want to bring this in a bit because right now it looks a little funny because it's just hanging straight off of his upper back. And so I want to bring that in. I want to switch to the pants mesh, and I just want to bring that in as well. So it's just fitting correctly on his body. So just bring all that in and then adjust his belt. So right about there, and then bring this in as well. So I'm going to switch back to the shirt, and I want to think about the tension points in the shoulders, and also think of the underlying form of the chest. You can see in the reference images, the chest is almost like a ledge where the shirt is just hanging off of, and then it bunches up towards the end. So I want to go to my Foldo 1 brush, and I just want to kind of indicate that bunching at the bottom. So just do that all the way around. Then also think about the tension points in the shoulders and also the underlying form of the chest. So I just want to kind of create some folds in here that are kind of draping down, but then maybe smooth this out a little bit so it feels like it's sort of like up here, it's coming off. It's, there's compression from the armpit and hanging from the tension point in the shoulder, but then there's also the underlying form of the chest where these are hanging off of. So just kind of bring those down, and then we're also getting some compression right in here on the sides. So I just want to just start blocking this in and breaking up these flat areas. So maybe I want to get out of X symmetry, and I just want to start, maybe go to Foldo 2, something a little smaller, and just start, breaking up this middle part. So just kind of put in some folds here, and then maybe put a little fold right in there where it hangs, and then get some in here where it hangs off the chest, and then some smaller ones that just create some compression. So one of the things I want to do is I want to just kind of break up this line. So right now it just looks really straight. I probably want to go to Foldo 2 and then just kind of indicate that we sort of have some sewing, some stitching. I want to break up this collar just a little bit so it doesn't look completely straight, and just kind of nudge it around with the move brush, maybe bring it in a little bit. So I'm going to go to Foldo 2 and kind of take a peek on it with the chest on. with the vest on, I mean. So we're getting some good breakup here in the middle. Let's turn the vest off. And what I'm going to do is just subdivide this one more time. So I'm going to hit Control D. And then I'm just going to keep refining these a little bit, get out of X symmetry. Maybe put some compression folds in here. So, like thinking about that, these buttons are actually pulling this shirt together. So, just break this up a little bit in here. So, kind of create some folds in here, and then maybe some that come down into this area at the bottom, and then just keep breaking up this middle section. So and then bring some of these that come up, and then maybe just smooth some of this out. So get that compression on the side. I think I did a little too much. Let me back up a little bit and just kind of focus on these shoulder areas. It's coming down. Kind of bring one off the chest, comes down. And let me see, let me knock this one back a little bit. Just using my clay buildup brush, just carving in some of these forms. So I think what I want to do is go to folder 2 and just kind of just create just some some overlapping folds right here. So just kind of want to move all around the shirt. And just work on these folds until I get something that looks natural. So maybe we have a small one that hangs off the chest here. Maybe a small one that hangs off the chest here as well. So we're just going to go to the back just real quickly. Just put some in here. Kind of bring this overlapping of fabric around. So it just sits a little bit more naturally. Bring some of these down off the shoulder. And maybe we would get some hanging from these 2 points. I'm actually going to go back to folder 1. I want to get something a little bit bigger. And just kind of break up all these flat shapes. So just keep working at these. So here we go. Just bring this down a little bit. And then I just want to use my move brush and kind of nudge this in. so I'm not losing the overall shape. So bring that around. And then I want to go back to Foldo 2 and just kind of actually go to my move brush and just kind of nudge this in the correct, give it this a correct line, and then go to Foldo 2 and then just kind of put some of these smaller folds in here. And you just look at it from the side. It looks pretty good. Turn my vest on. And then maybe just move to this and just nudge this out a little bit so everything is covered. So just go all the way around and actually pull this up a little bit. So now you can see this middle portion is not so flat anymore. So just to recap, we went over and we kind of worked the primary folds in the shirt in this middle area. And in the next lesson, we'll be working on the vest. So I'll see you in the next lesson.